What's up, everybody? And so, in my attempt to be more consistent with creating and posting content, I figure it's a good time to speak about acceptance. Not just acceptance, but the willingness to accept everything. Now, when I say acceptance, or when I say accept, I don't necessarily mean that, okay, this is how things are and well that's just how it's going to be. No, in some aspects, yeah, that's the case. Yeah, some people are going to be who they are. Some people may treat you or treat people the way that they treat them. Some things are out of your control, but the things that are in your control, you know obviously you do something about it. If it's a burden, you do something about it if there's a need to do so. All right, so uh that's the distinction right there. But I guess what came to mind about all this is the understanding that maybe, because I thought this to myself, that maybe I've reached the peak of my love life. Very, very tough to say. Life is an unknown, and I haven't committed to just not dating anymore. I don't think I care as much, but also there's a part of me that I guess feels lonely. Feels like I'm missing that companion and that companionship. And I know that in the past I would kind of hitch my wagon or hitch my horse to guess any woman that things started to get serious with. And I kind of told myself recently that if I did start talking to someone else, and I guess I kind of am right now, but if I were talking to someone and I felt like there was potential for something more, that I wasn't going to take the same approach of old, that I was going to take my time. I'm sitting on my knees right now. I'm on my knees. I was too lazy to get my chair. But it's just funny because I'm looking at myself in the camera just like I'm a short person. And I already am, but it's just like I'm a short turd person. All right, but yeah. So accepting that, things may not come as easy as I would like, or the rejections may come, or maybe I miss out on a particular woman, or an opportunity for real. Anything. It's not all about women, but I guess that's what sparked the idea of it, and it's just like I gotta be okay with it. If I'm not okay with it, well, I mean, either way, if I don't have to be upset to do something about it, I'd rather just not be upset and then just do something about it, as opposed to being a fucking sob story, or just a sad sack, just sucking energy out of everybody and out of myself, crying about how nobody wants me. And I guess this is one of those moments where I kind of speak on, like, whatever you don't feel like you're getting from other people, you have to give to yourself. All right, so it's not no moral victory. Maybe you look at it that way. I'm not really coming from the aspect of a moral victory. It's just like, bro, it's a long, winding road. It's not a straight path. There'll be a lot of bumps and holes in the ground and potholes. And I gotta travel this road to the best of my ability. On top of that, I have a child to look out for, so I have to work on myself, and whatever comes as a result, it comes. But I have to have a greater vision for myself, for my family, and if I stick to that, and I always keep the horse before the carriage, then I think that will put me in the best position to manifest the life I want, the relationships that I would want. And it's much better than in the past when I really didn't have much going for me, but I did happen to snag up a relationship. It will fall apart, I guess, in part because I was very insecure. I had a desperate approach. I didn't have resources. I didn't have a car or money or anything like that. You need more than just liking each other to be in a relationship, my friends. As I say to the much younger version of myself, you got to have some things about you. And it's only, you can only really keep up that fire, that honeymoon phase, that liking each other for so long, when all you have going for you is just that you're kind of a new face saying all the right things. You got to do some of the right things too, not for the sake of keeping a relationship, but for the sake of just being mature and being progressive and having pursuit in life and being about something. It's perfectly fine to have days where you just relax inside the house and watch TV or whatever it may be, but life is much more than that. And if I ever do get into a relationship with somebody, unless they just absolutely love the great indoors, that's just something that I would have to consider, is that everybody don't want to just be all stagnant and shit. Not even myself. And I like the great indoors. There's a lot to be done in here. There's a lot to be created in here. It's all good, But ultimately, I just got to have things working out for me. And I do, but I have to prioritize. Because there'll be plenty of people or potential relationships in the future, and I'll accept if it never works out for me for the rest of my life. I just have to. Some people vow to not do that. Some people have much worse luck than me, and I've already reproduced, and I've been with a lot of pretty women, and I probably will be by the time this week is over. But as far as the whole feeling like you found the one, I put in quotations if you can't see me, that's what I've been thinking about, just wondering like what that person would be like, what, and I guess I would probably should spend more time thinking about it, but I have an idea, somewhat geeky / nerdy. That's a start. I'm not even really going to speak on the looks aspect because it's kind of a fluid thing with me, but from a kind of, I guess, a mental aspect, the mentality of it all, just kind of, I guess you would say intangibles, it just, or the tendencies, just kind of want somebody kind of geeky, nerdy, just loves to learn and put things into perspective, loves philosophy, and loves to create, and or just loves the arts. So very, it's kind of fluid for me, like I said, but I don't know. This is one thing I had in mind, and don't really want to make too much settlements because I'm not asking for much. But whatever, no matter what I want from somebody else, I just want to make sure that I'm always constantly working on myself. Not for the sake of the relationship, but for the sake of me, for the sake of what I can accomplish in this life. That's number one for me. And so I'll just wrap this up by saying that I'm just working on accepting every position I find myself in, every outcome, and also being open to having some favorable outcomes, whatever may come, and I'll just take it just moment by moment. All right, so best wishes.